Hey guys, I wanted to take a chance to show you a bit of Huedini, the game I've been developing over the last couple of years. To start, I wanted to take you back to the beginning and talk a little bit about how the game's core mechanics came to life. About 2 years ago, I found myself thinking about the color matching mechanics in rhythm games like Guitar Hero. I was interested in how you could visually reframe the exact same gameplay without actually changing the required inputs from the player. Imagine taking the typical multi-lane layout and collapsing it into a single lane. The player is still pressing the same buttons at the same time, but now it's way harder. You've lost the visual separation that helps you distinguish between different notes. We can explore this idea further. What if they came from all directions radially? Now you're interpreting color-coded inputs flying at you from every side. Still the exact same timing, but way harder to interpret. How about we help our players out a bit and give them some movement control? Instead of being a fixed point where all notes converge, the player could now move freely through space, dodging and weaving to line up color matches. It becomes this sort of rhythm game crossed with a bullet hell. But now, how can we incentivize the player to engage with specific color sequences? And that's when the idea of abilities and upgrades came in. For example, imagine an ability that activates after absorbing 3 blue notes in a row. Once triggered, it turns all nearby notes red, making them easy to match. So players now have reasons to target specific sequences. I also realized this could serve the basis for a pretty unique upgrade system. Stacking all these abilities in different ways could make for some really interesting color-based synergies. Like for example, you could combine this with a magnetize ability that sucks in all nearby red notes when it activates. So you absorb 3 blue colors. This triggers both your abilities that first convert all of the nearby notes red, which then gets sucked in by the magnet. You've created a build that's focusing on absorbing lots of red notes, but now you need to get an upgrade that acts as the payoff. How about a new upgrade that shoots a fireball every time you absorb a red note? So your gameplay would go focus on blue notes until you have enough to activate the red magnetic engine. This sucks in all the red notes that then triggers a huge barrage of fireballs. And that's more or less how I arrived at Huedini. Here's what that whole sequence looks like now in-game. I would love to hear if you have any thoughts or suggestions, or if you're feeling generous, please consider giving us a wishlist on Steam. Thanks.